Hello, hello. On today's show, Mike is going to show us the first batch of matchups in Cover Combat 8, if you can believe it. This is the Xcellar Family Edition, and it's going to be awesome. Welcome to your favorite comic book art loving, battle simulating podcast, Cover Combat by Xcellar Comics. I, of course, am your fourth or fifth favorite podcasting host, Kevin. And we've got a full house for this premiere episode. Do you want to say hello, Pat?
Hey, happy Combat Day, everybody.
Dang, happy Combat Day. I said last time you used that, I was going to start using that, and I forgot, of course. True to form. And then, of course, the man that makes all of our 98% of this wondrous stuff happen, Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, me and everybody that submitted these covers, and they did a great job.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, maybe I should change that percentage because I only gave Pat 2%, but man, that Cover Combat logo is money. So maybe it should be more than 2%. I'll rethink that for the next episode. But then before I forget something else again, of course, lastly, we are, thank God, so lucky to have Karen here again to make sure all the background production stuff finally happens smoothly again. You want to chime in, Karen? Awesome. I got two things I want to say real quick before we get rolling. One, it never fails. It's so funny. We talked the pregame how things are going to roll for the show. And then as soon as the show rolls, like 8 things start going into my head as to this, that, and the other that I wish I would have talked to you guys about. Does that happen to you guys right as soon as the show starts as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just write them down so you don't forget.
Right. Yeah, I should do that. And then secondly, Mike, I know you were probably thinking during the intro, man, we need to update that intro because I never got it changed to viewer submissions in Cover Combat 7. And now I need to change it to just a bunch of Xcellar family members because it isn't just the group battling anymore. So I shouldn't just have the group battling in the intro. So I'm going to work on that.
Yes, that's a lot of avatars you have to make.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I get an extra 10 hours one day, I'll hook that up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's funny when you think, like, I'm going to go ahead and knock this out in 10 minutes, and an hour and a half later, you're wrapping it up. Like, where did that time go?
That was well put. That's exactly what it is. Every time I sit down to do something, I think I can do it fast, and an hour and a half later, I'm like, still not done. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you come up with ideas as you're doing it.
Yeah. All right. So we ready to put this up on the screen? You ready to get rolling, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead. And while you do that, I just want to congratulate everybody that all the family members that are participating because these are fantastic covers. Real strong matchups. I'm excited to share these with you. I've been excited for over a week since I had these matchups put together for everyone to see them. And I want to go down I can go down the participants real quick. So we've got Ayla, Chelsea, Cora, Emily, Jesse, Karen, Maddie, Marcus, and Valor.
Nice.
Those are our Cover Combat participants, and one from Mr. Johnny.
Right. That's a
Can you
fun
guess
list.
which one? Yeah. Yeah. Can you guess which one? That's the thing. Instead of finding the, which cup the ball is under, find which one is Johnny's cover.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked a little bit about it last week too, but I wanted to also mention that I do not know. I thought I was going to know Ayla's covers because she would just send it straight to me. But of course, she just sent it straight to Uncle Mikey as well. So I haven't seen one cover submitted at all, which makes it super epically exciting, even more exciting for me. How about you on that, Pat? You said you saw a few possibilities when it came down to the final submissions. How many of those have you seen, Pat?
I haven't seen any of the final ones.
Nice.
My family.
Mike, how many have you seen? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. And the greatest thing is we've got, because we've got the little family groups, my family, your family, Patrick's family, and there are head-to-head matchups within the family groups. So it's hilarious. My kids against each other and your kid against your wife and all, it's just pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they won't know that.
It's perfect what Pat did. It's a family feud going on here. So yeah, it's awesome. And there's even an aspect And there's even another aspect I didn't even consider until last night when my wife gave me the side eye. She's like, am I going to know who you're voting for when you vote? And I'm like, well, not until after the results are in. I'm not gonna give you that info, because I'm not even gonna let my wife sway me on this. Mm-hmm. There's no love involved in this. This is serious business, right, Pat?
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah,
exactly. That's perfect. Obviously I've heard that phrase a million times. Thanks for reminding me of it, Pat. I'm going to use that the next time my wife tries to pressure me for who I voted for and if I voted yet, and I better vote like this, blah, 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 so
yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
Well,
awesome.
If you vote against any of hers, just say, well, you should have submitted that one because that's the one I voted for.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I'm going to just do this real quick too. This is a good time to input this because before we get rolling on, did someone take the picture? Did someone change? Oh no, there it is. Okay. Before we get rolling with Cover Combat 8, I just wanted to prove to people, our millions of viewers and our listeners, you can go to probably do a Facebook post on this after the fact, but the prizes have been received by the Cover Combat 7 champ, your grandpa. And I have evidence. Would you like to see that, Mike?
Yeah. Let me see.
All right. Here we go. This is your grandpa, the submitter of the Last Ronin #1 Cover Combat 7 champ. And we told everybody the lot that you would win if you submitted the champ. What you get is awesome. And here it is. Boom.
That's cool. That's a good pick.
Yes. Your grandpa's been such a great participant of kind of cross platforms with everything with Xcellar Comics for a bit now. So, I've been happy with anybody winning because, we want everybody to have a good time and be a big winner. But when it was your grandpa, that might have been a little bit extra. That's perfect for me. Right, Pat?
That's right.
So, go ahead and do your eBay math on that pick. But, you look at that lot you got there, that's a few $100. So keep that in mind, people, for Cover Combat 9 after the Xcellar Family Edition is done. If you want to participate and have the chance to get a huge pot like an awesome pot like that, make sure you get your submissions to any one of us any way you like. Let us know you want to participate in Cover Combat 9, and this pick can be you next time.
All right. Well, let's get to Cover Combat 8.
Right. All right. You're officially up, Mike.
All right. And I have to say, these are seriously some insane matchups. That's all I got to say. They're nuts. So
seriously,
they're hard.
Okay.
They're hard.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to start off with a bang. We've got X-Men 21 from Nick Wall versus Captain America #4, Steve Epting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, that is a bang.
Yeah, I love both of those artists.
Yeah, and I have both of those books too. Yeah, I love those. Those are awesome.
Yep.
So who submitted what? Who's is whose? Ha, gotcha. Tried to get you and didn't get you.
Yeah. You didn't get me. I'm on my game.
Bet. What do you think of these?
Right off the bat, I'm happy. I don't believe I've ever seen that X-Men cover before, and I'm a fan of Nick Klein's.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I think that was a variant when they do those Stormbreakers. Yep. Yeah, I wish I had that Brubaker run of Captain America. That's a great team up with Epting and Brubaker.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I know. I kind of know. Some of the artists that Patrick likes. So this next matchup is going to probably make his head spin. So I think he's fans of both of these guys. Here we go. We've got Starman 7 from Tony Harris versus X-Men 13, Ed McGuinness. Am I right, Patrick? You like them both?
That's a weird Ed McGuinness. It almost has like a weird airbrush look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have to think about this one.
Yep, Harris is good. Did he do the whole run of Starman?
No. He did it. He did the majority of it though.
Yeah,
I need to read that Starman run too.
Yep. I don't have any of them.
You got the trade for that, Pat? You can share.
Actually, I might, because then I moved on to hardcovers, so I might have the trades.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I might not have all of them, because once I started putting out the hardcovers, I kind of switched gears.
How many are there?
Oh boy, I don't know.
How many issues? How many issues? Is it
80 plus specials and stuff.
Jeez, okay. I didn't realize there was that many. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, this is tough though. Definitely. It's tough for me because I got issues with both of them.
Really? Yeah, man, I looked at these going, this is going to be hard. All right. Next up, Batgirl 16 from Ed Beans. Is it Beans or Ben? It's Beans, I think.
I always say Benes.
Benes.
Probably
Benes.
I always say Benes.
Versus Fantastic Four 256, John Byrne.
Oh, man.
Joker. Not as creepy, but still creepy.
That's pretty creepy. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
That's an easy one for me.
Yeah, that one's still tough for me.
All right.
All right.
Next up, this one's really fun. You've got the Black Widow trade paperback from Adi Granov versus Soul Eater Volume 19 at Sushi Okubo. Sushi Okubo.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a big gap in styles there.
Is that manga?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's my first easy one.
All right.
Pat.
Oh, you still talking about that one?
I am. I'm glad to see some manga coming in here, but I Eddie Granov, I really like his work, and that's a really nice Black Widow cover.
Yeah, I like manga too, but yeah, that one's just not doing it for me. But yeah, so I agree on that one. Where are you on this one, Mike?
Yeah, the Black Widow's that's a really nice piece of work. It's real painted nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then being such a stark different, it's hard to kind of make up that. Yeah. So anyway. All right. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. New Teen Titans number 40, George Perez versus the Transformers number 5, Mark Bright. It's like it wouldn't be a cover combat without a George Perez cover on there.
Yeah. It's funny. If you shared either one of these with me separately, I'd be like, oh, there's Johnny's submission.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's only got one pick. And then the other, it's Titans, and so it can't be both of these. But yeah, they're both awesome, though. Yeah.
I remember that Transformers cover. That's really that's kind of a classic Transformers cover. It sticks in my head really well.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't care for the colors on that Titans just because it's not very many. I don't know.
Not very many.
But I mean, it's not a bad cover, of course. But yeah, this one's probably going to be easy for me as well. So.
Right. Next up, we have Our Army at War 266 from Joe Kubert versus Marvel Knights 2 from Jay Lee.
Man, I don't know what I thought I was in store for with this cover combat, but man, you gotta love it because it's just, I mean, it's cover combat. It's everything all over the place, and I've never seen that Marvel Knights cover. That's I need to look at that for an hour. And that Sergeant Rock, that's just really cool.
Yeah, that's what's so great about this. I mean, we're into the comics more than our family members for the most part. And they've really knocked it out of the park with digging up some of these books.
Yeah. What's up with that? Who did you say the Sergeant Rock was again?
Joe Kubert.
Joe Kubert, okay.
Yep. Yeah, if it's an army book from that era, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
He's on the cover.
All right. What do you think of these ones, Pat?
I really like Jay Lee, but that's a weird. I like the dragon statues or whatever, but I mean, I get the pose, but it's still a little strange.
That's why I said I need to look for it for an hour or two because it hits me as kind of odd. But if it's right, if it's whatever, if I look at it longer and I'm convinced that she could actually pull that off, that's kind of cool.
It starts to hurt my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Patch Guy, the dragons are awesome.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about the feasibility about being strapped to the wing of an airplane either. But
well, he's holding on, so it's
right.
That's funny.
Right.
All right. Next up, jeez, some of these covers, it's I don't know. It's just amazing that they haven't been submitted before. But we'll go with this next matchup here real quick. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 136 from John Romita Sr. versus the Incredible Hulk 181, Herb Trimpe, and this is the foil version, but it doesn't translate. That's why it's not the original 72 release. It's the foil cover.
I can't even see the Spider-Man cover because is there a Spider-Man cover on the screen right now? I can't even tell. Anyway, that is amazing that ironically enough, that Incredible Hulk's never been on cover combat. There's been plenty of opportunities. Man, yeah, this one's easy for me. Oh, Pat, is this one tough for you?
Not really. That Amazing Spider-Man cover is kind of weird because we got all kinds of weird perspectives going on there.
Right.
It's kind of odd. It's not terrible, but that the classicness, that 181 sort of draws me in the other direction.
I'm just gonna say this now. If that Incredible Hulk ends up winning Cover Combat 8, I'm gonna be so torn. I'm gonna be like, man, that's awesome. I'm gonna be happy, but then I'm also gonna be like, man, how did I not submit that? I would have loved for that to have been like to go down in Cover Combat history for my submission.
It's funny as excuse me, I don't know the values of all these books. It just runs a gamut. We see, a valuable book like 181.
They're priceless. Anyway.
Yeah, but 181 isn't even the most valuable book on the list.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That is exciting. I was actually going to say, I'll ask you to do more work. Next Cover Combat or possibly future ones with what you just mentioned, how you're like that these have never been submitted before. I would like to see like maybe in the corner of one of these covers or the corner of covers that have been submitted multiple times to show that it's been like, like submitted 2 other times, something like that. Like that may be easy, might be. If it's easy, that'd be great. If it's tough, whatever. But, don't they do that with the Hall of Fame inductees? Like, they always track, this is the 4th time that, whatever, Barry Sanders is possibly, but, whoever. Don't they do that for whenever they put up the possibilities for
for like how many times they were on the list?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right now it could probably, we're on 8. It's pretty easy for me to remember.
Yeah.
Once we get up to like 27 or 28, it might be harder.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you start doing that now. So you all you have to do is keep track of it now, so you never forget.
Yeah. Just make an alphabetical list and mark them as they're on there again. All right.
Perfect.
And the funny thing is, there's at least one that was submitted in a prior Cover Combat.
Yeah. Okay.
There's at least one that I can remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I meant to tell you guys, I didn't mention this. This is probably an off-show thing, but I just wanted to mention it now just because I have an idea for Cover Combat 65. Do you know what that idea is, Pat?
No, I don't.
The previous 64 Cover Combat winners will go up against each other.
All right, put that on the list.
Exactly. Karen, mark down Cover Combat 65, the Champions Edition.
The next time we all participate, I just want it to be open, free range like it is for everybody else. Because man, being put into the
Cover Combat 1 was.
Yeah.
Oh,
you.
Okay.
I didn't participate in it. Remember?
Oh, you didn't?
No. All I did was this.
What was Cover Combat 2? Do you remember? Because I feel like we did free range twice, and I can't believe you never did.
No, it was free range, but it was within an era.
That's not free range then.
Right.
Okay.
It was free range within that era, so you did have a wider variety. But yeah, I just want everything available.
Yeah, I know. Like Cover Combat 1 was. Cover Combat was just everything. No era, no anything.
All right, let's get to the next matchup.
Remember, Pat? All right, yeah.
Watch our show. There's a lot of it. All right, next up, we have Unleashed versus Bill God Hunter #1 Patrick Zurcher.
Can you say that again? Something was wrong with your mic. You dropped out there.
What?
Yeah.
Monsters Unleashed from Steve McNiven, and that is the trade versus Beta Ray Bill God Hunter #1 Patrick Zurcher.
Awesome. I
Yep.
love both of them. I have a particular affinity for Monsters Unleashed for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I love Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, we have all these heroes and all these monsters battling it out, and we're gonna squeeze it into a little box.
Yeah. Why? Yep. You said that's the trade cover? That's the trade cover, right?
Yeah.
Man, I just love the cover for number one. The multiple covers for number one at that too. Anyway, what did you say, Mike? Go ahead.
Yeah, like Patrick was pointing out, there's so much going on, and they compress it down. It's very difficult to see what's going on. They could have made the trade dress much smaller. Still get the point.
Yeah. That's a really cool Beta Ray Bill cover. That's a 3-issue limited series. I need to get that. I didn't even know that existed. God Hunter.
I missed that one too.
Nice.
All right.
Next
up, ISIS number 7 from Rich Buckler versus the Umbrella Academy number 2, James Jean.
Oh man.
I think this is one of our this is like one of our first large gaps in era.
Oh yeah.
Well, Batgirl and then that Fantastic Four, but
yeah. I've never seen either one of these.
Yeah, that ISIS cover is a deep pull.
Yeah, it is.
A DC TV comic. That's funny.
Remember the show? Barely remember the show.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I barely remember the show.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But this is a cover. This is the kind of cover you want to put in if you want to pull on Kevin's heartstrings, though. But I love that Umbrella Academy cover too. That's very cool.
Yep.
That's tough.
All right. Yep.
Got to look at that for a while.
All right. Next up, Bloodshot Salvation number 1 from Kenneth Rockfort versus Men of War 2, Victor Kalvachekov.
The heck is going on here?
Yep. There's a lot of like stark white skin on those covers.
There is. And there's a lot of what the heck is going on in that Men of War. I don't know how I feel about it. Is she a ghost of somebody? You know, whatever. I got like 80 questions for that Men of War cover.
Yeah, I didn't read those. It looks like she's maybe taking the I don't know, killing them like a vampire or something.
Right, but all the rest in the back are already skeletons. They got no blood to suck.
Right, yeah, she already over.
Lots of blood references in both of these too, Pat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, lots of looking to be done on these two as well. I don't know. Very cool though. Very cool.
All right, next up, we have Hellblazer Volume 1 from Jim Lee versus Daredevil number 4, Julian Tedesco.
Mike, you're messing with us. These aren't random. Got Hellblazer, Daredevil. Come on, Bloodshot, bloody corpses. What?
I swear they're random. I'm gonna like just set up my phone and film the whole thing. Because it is. If you go back to the last one, it's all random.
These are so cool. These are so cool. Right, Pat?
Yeah, they're both good. Yep.
They're like, oh man, the subtlety of imagery in both of them too is sick.
Yeah, I don't have time to think about matchups. Right. It's like, this will go well with that. This will go good with that.
Yeah, even if you tried to make these cool coincidental things occur, you'd
Yeah.
probably have less luck than just as much as they happen with us, as it seems.
Yep.
Yeah, those are both great. I've never seen either one of those either. Oh, that's awesome. All right.
All right.
Mike, are these particularly tough? These got to be tough for you too, right? Have
Yeah, this
any
is
of them been easy for you yet, I should say, up to this point?
a couple,
Oh,
but
yeah. Okay.
not as much as in the past.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, next up, where are we? Here we go. Batman Harley Quinn from Alex Ross versus Ascender number 8 from Dustin Wynn. So that
Well,
Batman Harley Quinn has been submitted before.
yeah. Has it been submitted twice before?
I don't know. I wish somebody was tracking that. I know.
I think so.
It's definitely once.
Yeah, definitely once. I was actually thinking for a second it won, but it didn't win. Tyler won one of these. I can't remember how he won, but he got that off Xcellar. So that's
Yeah.
I don't know. You got a matchup problem here, Ascender. That Ascender
is
cool, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a matchup issue, I think.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Joker representations.
Yeah, and Harley Quinn for that matter. And I loved her.
Yeah.
I loved her when
Out
she
of all,
like
out
that.
of all the Ascender covers, I don't know about that one. Especially, I don't know if it has much of a chance going up against that Alex Ross cover.
Right.
Yeah, if you're going to get Ross, you need to bring your A game. And your B game.
I'm not even that big of a. I'm not even as big of you guys a Ascender fan, but yeah, I can think of a couple Ascender covers that I would have gone with before that one. But they are cool though. That one's cool. That's for sure. Need to put it up against that Titans cover. Give it a shot.
No love for the Titans cover.
For me. No offense to whoever. Let the disclaimers begin. No offense to whoever did the Titans cover.
All right. Next up, let's see. We have Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty number 11 from Carmen Carnero versus Catwoman, the 80th anniversary from J. Scott Campbell.
Oh, it's a pretty good matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the Julie Newmar era Catwoman, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the show.
Which she was kind of fun.
Yep.
And that's a perfect fit. J. Scott Campbell doing her. That's a pretty good fit there for me. For me at least. Yep. What say you, Pat?
Yeah, I like these both, but for different reasons. They're both really good.
Yeah. All right.
All right, hold on. I have to get this next one's got. I gotta make sure.
What do you gotta make sure?
Okay, a couple of these, were long titles. I can't fit them all on the paper, so I had to go to my master sheet here. All right.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
All right. So the first one we have is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 number 9. And that's not even the worst one. In round 2, there's a title that's even longer.
Hold on. I think this is our second Call of Duty submission. Remember that? I can't remember what.
Yeah, there was a Jim Lee one that Tyler submitted. Yeah, this one is. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is Tyler sneak one in on this? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Dumb joke.
Yeah, this is from Julian Tedesco, and then versus Spider-Woman number 20 from Frank Springer.
I love both of these for way different reasons. Like they're not even remotely close to the same reasons to why I love both of these. But this one's definitely better than Tyler's Call of Duty submission. No offense, Tyler. Eight cover combats ago, or 6, or however many it was. This is a cool Call of Duty cover. That's awesome. And man, Spider-Woman, that Spider-Woman, she might have been my first comic book crush. I don't know. I love that Spider-Woman. She's so awesome. Right, Pat?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either one of these covers, really.
Daggum! Well, I can't wait to get into that.
I like Tyler's Jim Lee Call of Duty cover better than that one.
No.
Yeah.
You're just trying to be controversial right now.
I am. And it's weird too. When I was a kid, I didn't like Spider-Woman. I thought there's something about her I didn't like. But now I think it's a really cool costume and I dig her. But
okay.
Yeah, it's weird because back in the 80s, I never really liked her. I don't know what it was.
I was drawn to her right away. I was ahead of the curve in appreciating offshoot spider characters, apparently.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Right, Mike, where are you at on that? Spider-Woman, early love or no? Yay or nay? What?
She wasn't even on my radar.
So you're kind of in between. Safe bet, Mike. Good job.
Yeah, imagine that. Back then there were only 2 spider characters.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I was on the early curve of appreciating that. And who knew where we'd be now? We got 872 of them.
Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah.
Every month there's 7 or 8 more. It's like a competition.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. They've got 2 or 3 money ones that make them a lot of money, so they're like, I know we can do this again.
Yeah,
I want 10 new spider characters this month.
Yeah. All right, we've got 2 to go, 2 matchups to go.
All right,
here we go. These are fun. We've got Batman Fortnite 0.3 from Mikhail Yanin versus Obi-Wan and Anakin #1 from the Scotty Young.
Dadgummit.
Did you think you're going to make it all the way through with no Scotty Young? You know this group.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah, I was actually. I'm dadgummiting because I've never seen that one and I love it. It might be my new favorite Scotty Young.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And
Not
I
to
love
brag.
it. I love Wampa too. What? You have
and
it?
This is going to make it even worse. I have it and I bought it for 50 cents.
Shut the front door.
Yep.
My birthday's coming.
Yep.
Oh man, I love that. But man, I love that Fortnite cover too. You know what I don't like about that Fortnite cover, Pat?
The logo being on top of everybody.
Exactly, right? I actually just came to this realization this week working in Xcellar. And I got all these, because I'm putting them all together because Mike donated a whole batch of them to the Xcellar collection. And yeah, I decided I don't like that right in the middle covering it. It's I get it. It's it's kind of a aiming reticule, whatever. But I think just if there was just on one of them, I might not care. But it's distracting to me because it's on every single one of those.
Yeah.
What say you about that, Mike?
Yeah, I agree. It's annoying to me, and that's why I bought all the B covers.
Okay.
Then they got enough branding on there. Why couldn't they fit G.I. Joe or Snake Eyes also,
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Is that what 0 Point is? It's a Fortnite G.I. Joe Batman crossover? Is that what it is?
It's DC Fortnite, if I'm not mistaken, but then I think some other characters bled in.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Well, that's an epic cover if it wasn't for that logo on top. But I mean, and the logo on top doesn't ruin it for me. But man, I love that Scotty cover. That one is great. Good old
Yep.
Jawas. Yeah.
It's one of the better ones because it's not just a couple characters.
Wait, that's not a Jawa. That's Anakin, dummy.
I didn't say it was Jawa.
I said it was a Jawa.
Yeah. Title characters.
Right. Very cool.
Yep. All right.
Right.
So yeah, it only took that far to get a Scotty Young. Not bad.
You're right. I am mad you have that for 50 cents too. Did you get that from McKay's?
Yeah.
How'd you find that book at McKay's 50 cents?
Well, I don't know, but I also found the connecting Scotty Young Star Wars covers there too.
I need to go to McKay's more.
Right. Hey, can you edit that out? That's secret.
That's the secret stash. The secret Xcellar stash is in McKay's bookstore in
Hey,
Annandale, Virginia. What? Anyway, go ahead.
great. No sense in going there anymore. Everybody else will be there. I'll just get in line. Oh, what'd you hear about this place?
Karen doesn't think we're funny at all this morning, though.
That's all right.
I've actually got my full screen on it. I've actually got my full screen up, so I can't even see her because I'm so focused on meticulously looking at these. I'm sure that's what she's doing too. That's why she's not. She's because she's got skin in the game, so she's like, "What are they going to say about my covers?" I don't, we don't know which one they are, but All right, last one, I guess, Mike.
Last one. We'll go out with a bang here. Hey, look, there's another Scotty Young. Captain America, Steve Rogers, #1 from the Scotty Young versus Star Wars 1 for $1 from Alex Ross.
Man, oh man, the Shevitz. Man, we get 2 Scotty Youngs in a row.
Yep.
2 of my favorite things in the universe. Awesomeness.
Yeah.
Those are particularly funny too. That's funny as well, right, Pat?
Yeah, I like that one as well. That's another good Scotty cover, but I like the Alex Ross cover too.
I got a problem with the Alex Ross cover. Do you want to guess what that is, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a problem with it.
The $sign there. That's distracting. Just use the original cover of this.
Well, they're it's $1, so they're trying to get people interested in the trade paperback or something, I think.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, did the submitter actually submit this one with the $1 on it?
Yes. Yep.
Well, I guess you got to stick with it. They could think the $1 is a shining part of the cover, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was a bargain.
I barely even see. I'm so focused on just my eyes kind of stick between Luke and Leia's profiles there.
Yeah, I love this cover. I love it so much. That's why I hate that $1 being on there. Because I love the cover so much, man. Oh, but yeah, I love that Scotty. That $1 might just do this cover in for me. It's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars covers. What?
Like, you lost by $1.
Yeah, literally. There she is, right, Karen? We're a funny show. I mean, sorry, studio audience.
So that will wrap it up for Cover Combat 8, the premiere.
All right, what's the story with this graphic you got going up here now, Mike?
That's the final credit scene for Batman.
Oh, I totally had forgotten that. Did you remember that, Pat?
It looked familiar. Yeah, it's a bat signal to tell everybody to come and vote.
Nice. Nice.
I was gonna put some words with the original font and stuff on there, but I didn't have time. I ran out of time. I'm like, this is easier to slap this up here.
Well, it's still awesome nonetheless. So, man, are we ready to take this graphic away then, Mike?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right. Man, that I cannot wait for round 1B now. Because man, that round was crazy. That's just like sort of eased you in. You're comfortable here. You're comfortable. Cover Combat 8. It's comfortable. Look how cool. And then just switched gears and went like 100 miles an hour out of the end. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's 32 more where that came from.
Mike, I don't mean to put you on the spot here too, but I just thought of this too. How do you decide what order you're going to show us the covers in? Oh, you just, however you roll them is how you show them to us too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically I put everybody's name in a randomizer and then I randomize, and then number 1 and 2 route is the first matchup, 3 and 4 is the next matchup, 4 and 5 is the next matchup.
Gotcha.
The only thing that I adjust is if 1 and 2 is the same person, I don't want them voting each other. So then 1 will go against 3 and 2 will go against 4.
Gotcha.
That's the only adjustments I do, and it's still just random. And then I go through and I'll pick the first, like number 1, or I'm sorry, like let's say, Ayla's first. I'll take hers and put all of her covers in a randomizer and randomize all of them. And if she has, 3 in the first round, then the first 3 go in her particular boxes where she came up in the first randomizer.
Gotcha. That brings. Sorry. Finish that last part again. What did you say?
Yeah, I just do it all the way down, so it's kind of not filled out matchup per matchup. It's filled out person. Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, right. That is amazing. All right. Which brings me to another question that I got. The people want to know, frequently asked questions. Let's get some facts in here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, when is the earliest in cover combat that you would allow someone's cover to be against themselves? Is that the finale or the semifinal? Or basically, they'd have to be the only person left for that to happen, basically?
Yeah, when there's no opportunity for them to go against someone else. Because I just think it's unfair that they're battling themselves. Because it doesn't happen very often.
Right.
But if it happens to one person once and nobody else, then it's like, well, that's kind of, they took out their own cover.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's not really they're fighting themselves, not everybody else. So once it gets to the point where there's just no option to
that's
make
the
that
only time it could happen. Okay, cool. Okay. I thought that was the answer.
Yeah.
I was 99% sure that was the answer, but I just wanted to confirm that. So, all right, Pat, that was pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, I'd have to say that there was far more that I liked than I didn't like, for sure.
Yeah. I think I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with this so far. Who knows what's in store for 1B, but a little bit more comfortable with this so far than I was with the first matchups of Cover Combat 7. And not to pick on that one, just that one being the freshest in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like a lot of these covers.
Yeah. What I mean by that is just where all of these could literally, a majority of them could be contenders for the finals, kind of thought, because that's where I am. That's my first thought when I see a cover. It's like, could this win? That's my thought process.
Yeah. The way I look at it is like, would I pick this up off the shelf and buy it?
Yeah.
And if there are 2 that I like, it's like, okay, if I had, which one would I buy first?
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. Yeah. So, all right. All right. So, just to get into some other boring details real quick, but they have to be covered, Mike. So don't yell at me, okay? For the boring details. I know you always like to call me out. Like, wrap this up, okay?
Right.
And I'm not even getting into our normal boring details yet. These are the details that haven't been spoke of that need to be spoke of, okay?
Okay.
So the Cover Combat 8 winner, okay? Two things are changing for Cover Combat 8 that have never been done before. First of all of the submitters are choosing one prize each to be in the ultimate prize pool, okay? And then whoever wins Cover Combat 8 gets to choose from that prize pool what prize they would like. Now, you may be thinking, Pat, well, that's kind of dumb because they're obviously going to choose the prize that they submitted as the prize they'd wish to get. But I'm just thinking it's kind of fun because, one, that's cool. I mean, if you chose, you're like, hey, I'd like to have this pop, and you win and you get it, that's cool. But then, two, it's also cool because all the other submitters could have, in their submissions, could have tickled your fancy with something you didn't know would tickle you. And you'd be like, you know what? Actually, I don't want my pop. I want that comic, you know? You know what I mean, Mike?
Yep.
So that's how the Cover Combat 8 champion is going to be awarded a prize this time. And I love that so much. That might be how we do it every single time.
Well, also, I just had an idea.
Okay.
I have a prize I'm going to put in there too.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Okay, yeah. They all get to put one in there, and then maybe we get to come with an idea for one in there too. Does that sound good to you too, Pat?
Yeah.
Yep. I already have it. Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah.
Because I really want to keep them, but
okay.
But they're Xcellars. It's the Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong issue #1's Godzilla and King Kong version of the Roar book. When you open it, one roars Godzilla, one roars King Kong.
I want those. I want those.
But they belong to Xcellar. And get this. This is the coolest thing. And DC, somebody at DC needs a raise. They come bagged. Okay. And you've got the I'll get pictures of them later. But you've got each monster on the cover there. They're resealable. It's not like you have to cut them like the other ones. They're resealable, so you get to save the awesome art bag, open it, make them roar, put it away. It's great.
You're right. Someone at DC does need a raise. That's genius.
And I fought off the temptation of opening those and doing it. They have not been opened yet. So
awesome.
Kind of hoping somebody picks those and they do that so I can see it.
Right.
So anyway, that's what I'll put into the prize pool.
All right, cool. And that gives me time to, and that's what I was going to say is we do have some people that have submitted what they would like to be in the pool. One of those things is a Punisher pop, which is a really cool Punisher pop. I'm not sure the number. Again, we'll have pictures of that later. One is an Ant-Man pop. One is a Barnes & Noble gift card, and one is an AMC Theater gift card. So I really like the way our submitters are thinking as well. No need to say whose is whose, right? Well, I mean, you got yours already, Mike, as far as what yours are. But then, we can just leave it be a mystery for the whose is whose. But it kind of covers the gamut of the whole comics and collectibles aspect and the whole the show with the shows and the movies and everything too. Again, I love it. Love it. Karen doesn't love it. I thought for sure I was going to get a cheer on that one because the cheers were going off the rails there for a minute. Anyway. All right. And then also we are bringing back the Cover Combat 8 champ game with a twist this time. Mike, you want to know what the twist is?
I do.
In the past, you used to be able to wait till Cover Combat Round 1B to predict the Cover Combat champ. but we kind of thought that was a little bit cheaty because once you see the Cover Combat 1B submissions, you've already seen which covers won Cover Combat 1A and already minimized your pool of possible winners. So here's the deal. If you're going to predict a Cover Combat 1A cover to win the whole kit and caboodle, to win the champion predictor prize, you have to do it before Cover Combat 1B. So basically, you've got this week right now. If you think any of these 32 covers that Mike just showed could possibly win Cover Combat 8, you need to say it now. And in true to form, one, I don't know what the prize will be for Cover Combat 8 champion predictor yet, but two, it's going to be awesome, though, because they always are. Right?
Don't make it more awesome than the winner.
What?
Don't make it a more awesome prize than the winner of Cover Combat 8 gets.
Well, the only reason I was planning on making it a more awesome prize is because all of the Cover Combat 8 participants get our love and devotion forever as an ultimate prize. So their prize can be a little bit smaller for the participation. But the Cover Combat 8
sell them on that.
What?
If you can sell them on that.
I do every day. I sell that to my wife every day. Yeah. I ask her to do something. She responds, "What do I get?" I'm like, "My love and devotion forever." And it reminds her how much she loves me. And then she just does what I ask. It happens every time. Works every time. Pat, just do that every time. Works like a champ.
Yep.
Anyway, so the predictor of the Cover Combat 8 champ may be something bigger than the Cover Combat 8 or 8 champ submitter. So sorry about it, but family, we love you. I do think that is appropriate, though. We can talk about that. Maybe Mike will yell at me and beat me up later, and that might change. But that's the way it is as of now. So if you want to predict the Cover Combat 8 champ from the batch of what was just shown in 1A, you have to send that message to one of us in some way or another prior to Cover Combat round 1B happening. All right? Oh, that's perfectly clear?
Yep.
All right,
I've had these. We'll talk after the show.
What? You got something to say about it? We'll talk after the show? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I just thought. Go ahead.
You're like frozen or anyway, gotcha. Okay. All right. So now for the regular boring stuff. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notifications of everything we post. Also, comment all your thoughts, questions, and suggestions below. Then please follow Xcellar Comics on Facebook, Instagram, and or X, aka Twitter, and follow Xcellar_comics on TikTok to see the latest posts and updates for the next rounds of Cover Combat. And you can help support Xcellar Comics Cover Combat shows, including the prizes, controversial they may be sometimes, but including the prizes that are involved with them through Patreon at patreon.com/Xcellar Comics. And watch our next regular live stream on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram this Saturday, March 2nd at 9:30 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. Then watch the Cover Combat 8 Xcellar Family Edition Round 1B next Monday, March 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then lastly, please vote on this round of Cover Combat starting now until this Friday, March 1st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can comment your votes here or go over to Xcellar Comics on Facebook to vote on the Cover Combat post there. And when you're there, make sure you vote your comment on each matchup individually. That'll do it. Oh, that was awesome, though, Mike. Seriously, great job on your part, though.
Oh, thanks. It's always fun.
All right, so that'll do it then. Pat, did you have anything else?
Nope, nothing else.
Mike,
Nope, I'm good.
Karen,
Happy voting, everyone.
all right, until next time, vote, vote, vote. And don't forget, appreciating great art is awesome. And reading a great story is fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.